Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Intersection. In this video, I will be working on an application that I have used before, and I will be creating two drop lists or add two drop lists controls to this project, and then format the drop list to be able to calculate the numbers. So what I will be doing is working on something that I had before, but I will be adding a ASP two drop lists to it, and then use this two drop lists in my calculations. So I will create a little a drop list for cities and a drop list for quantities. And the cities, I will be using it for calculating the taxes, and the quantity, it's predetermined order, the quantities that I want people coming into my website to order, the either 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 of whatever items that I'm selling. So the whole idea is to show you how to make the use these drop lists and select values from the drop lists and include them in your calculations. So let me first show you what the project that I'm talking about that I used before. So let me just put it up so everybody would see it, and then I will send you the link. I'll send you the link, this link here. I will make sure that I'll send you this link. This link, I'll send it to you in an email, and this is the project that I'm talking about. This ASP.NET project. So if you watching this video and you didn't know how to create the text boxes, please check this video out. So then you'll know how to do that. So let's start working on what we need to do for this video. Here's the project that I have created on that video that I showed you a minute ago. And let me just close everything here so you can see them. And if you can see that I have used Bootstrap. I added through the CDN, and then I've also have a controls for first name and last name and the phone and the email. And what I did also, I changed it a little bit different than what you will be watching on that video that I pointed you to it. I have made this div and this div 50%. So here's the 6 column, and this one is 6 column. These two here, that's 40% and 80%, total is 12. So these will be the phone will be a small text, and the email will be large text, and will be 2 columns where the first name and last name will be the exact size. And here where I'm going to add my drop lists for the quantity, and here where I'm going to add my drop list for the taxes. And let's do that. So I'm going to go to the design, and where I'm going to add them, I'm going to add them one here and one right here. So let's just make sure that we add those div tags here so we don't miss our place. So I'm going to come right here and add the first one. Here's the second one. The easiest way sometime so you can go to the design and see it right away. If I highlight this here and click on design, it'll be highlighted here. See, for me it'll be highlighted. So here's what I'm going to add, my first one. So I'm going to go Control Alt X, and here is my drop down list. I can just click on it, and then I'm going to create the second one right here, and then double click, and here's my second one. So let me just let me go to the first one and go to the property, right click, go to the property, and let's bring in the property. It went all the way down here. Okay, so here's the property sheet. This is drop down list DDL, and the first one, let's make it for the cities. So I have a bunch of cities there. All right, and then the second one, which is I can either click on it here, or I can do this like that, and then there we go. I see it here. This will be DDL taxes, not taxes, quantities. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to close that, Now I'm going to come to here, and this is called a smart tag. I click on that and edit items, and here's where I'm going to put the cities. So I don't have to have a default select, because it's going to be one of them. So I'm going to click add, and I'm going to add for city of Dayton the tax is 0.075. All right, let me add other cities. So let's click here, add. So I added the other cities, Dayton, Fairborn, Xenia, and you can see the taxes different. There's the name, and then the value is the actual, or the number itself. This number we were going to convert it, because by default it's a text. So we're going to convert this to a number, so we can multiply it to our total sales. So that's the what we're going to change. Now we're going to do the quantity. We're going to do the quantity, or let's say start with 10, and the value is 10. I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to add. So we're assuming in this little project is we sell whatever items we're selling by 10, 15, so nobody can buy less than 10. The whole idea is to show you how to take these, select these values from being a text, change them to a number, and then use them in our calculation, like what you need to be doing in your lab. So I'm going to click OK on that, and I'm done with all of that. Now let me view my project. So I'm going to right click, view it in the browser, and you can see the date, and here's the first one is select a city. I can make one of them to be the default one, so it's going to be showing, it doesn't have to be the first one. And the quantity is 10, 15, 20, 25. I can also change the width of this to be same width as that. I can't do that, but anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to collect the name of the customers and their phone number and the email, and they're going to ask them, how much of the quantity you're ordering, what city you live in, and then how much the quantity, and then when we click submit, we will see the total, that we will see the first name, last name, the phone and the email, and the total price, or the total sales price. So let's do that. Back into Visual Studio Code, let's go to the code behind page, and here is the code behind page, and that's what we did in that video that you need to watch if you forgot how to do this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to concatenate. We're going to come right here and concatenate the total price, but we don't have a total price yet, so let's we cannot do it yet. Now let's work on the drop-down lists. So let's come right here. Let's create a local variable for the taxes. Of course, taxes have to be double, because they're not integer value. They're not a whole number. So they're decimal numbers. So let's see, do like this, tax. Since I didn't have it a constant, so let's just start with a lowercase tax, and that it should be getting from the drop-down list. But I can't do drop list or DDL cities dot selected value, because then I can't use it in the calculation. This will be a string. What I need to do is I want to convert that first. So I'm going to say double dot parse, and then what I want to do is include that dot selected value dot back to toString, and that will convert it from a text to a double. We're going to do the same thing for the quantity. All right, it's not cities, it's DDL quantities dot selected value, and this cannot use the same variable name here. Let's use quantity. Now quantity is not a double, it's an integer, and this should be an int. So we're going to change that also to an integer value. Now we need the price. I could have added a text box for the price. What I mean is I could have in here like a text box for the price, and I can use that. But I'll let you practice with this, and if you have questions on how to do that, then you can just let me know and I'll help you out. So, but in this case, I'm going to just like create a variable for the price, for each item's price. So that can be a constant value. Since I don't have it okay, const, what do you think the price should be? Double, and let's just call it price and then assign it $25.95. Now to use this, I can create a variable here to calculate the total price, or I can just like concatenate, do the multiplication right here, show the total price, and concatenate now the calculation itself. So the calculation is what? It's going to be quantity times price times the taxes, and add the taxes to it. So now let's check it out. Okay, let's put a name and a last name and a phone, email, and let's assume that we live in Xenia. We bought something, or we're going to be shipped to Xenia, and the quantity is 20, and we click submit. And as you can see, here is the total price, $895.275, but there is no 3 decimal place in when we calculate the money, the prices. So we're going to format this to 2 decimal places. And to do this, we go back to our Visual Studio, and let's remove one of these breaks. So we don't have 2 breaks, just 1 break. To do this, the best way is to create a variable. We want this to be as short as possible. So I created a variable, and I gave it a name total sale, and it's double. And I removed the equation that was here and assign it to this total sale. Now to format, let's create a string variable, and that string variable, let's give it a name display total price, and that will be assigned total sale dot toString in C# to create 2 decimal places. Let's use the hashtag and 2 hashtags. And now what we want to do is we want to display the output total price. Now if we run this again, of course always save. So let's try it again, and here is a name, a last name, a phone number, and an email, and I don't know what we tried it before. Let's try Xenia again, and let's do 25, and here's the price with 2 decimal places. I hope this will help you do the project, do the lab, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and wish you all a good day, and please subscribe so you can get all the updates as I make them for your class. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye bye now.